This is I Like That Story, a Prairie Christmas episode number 22, Farthings, Pence, and Pounds. This Prairie Christmas episode of I Like That Story is brought to you by Evolution Consulting, nationwide consulting for style, speaking, and stage. If you ever get lost while the cashier is making change for your dollars, be glad you don't live in the time of Charles Dickens and pounds, shillings, pence, and farthings. Let's get started with pounds. A pound was worth a lot. They were gold coins, and a common laborer might earn only 20 pounds in an entire year. These coins were also called sovereigns or guineas. It would be like having a $1,000 coin. So most people would talk about shillings. There are 20 shillings to a pound, so a shilling would be like $50, also a lot of money. So we move to pence. There are 12 pence to a shilling, 240 pence to a pound, so a pence is worth about $4 or $5. That's more like walking around money, so there are 6 pence, a 3 pence or threepence, a 2 pence or tuppence, coins worth, say, $10 to $30. So if you went shopping with Dickens, most things would be priced in shillings and pence, and they would write it as a fraction. If you've seen the illustration of the Mad Hatter's hat from Alice in Wonderland, you'll see a fraction that says 10/6. Well, that's a price tag. The top number is the shilling, the bottom number is the pence. And so you'd say the price of this hat is 10 6, which means 10 shillings and 6 pence, which means 120 pence or half a pound. And yes, a hat back then would cost about $500. Clothing was expensive in the time of Dickens. Now let's go to the farthing. A quarter of a pence is called a farthing, coming from the word forthing, and is about $1. If you think they would have coins worth less than that, you're right. You could also get a half a farthing, a third of a farthing, and a fourth of a farthing, which literally means a fourth of a fourthing, or 1/16 of a pence. And no, that's not it. They actually made something called a mite, which was 1/24 of a pence. Maybe you remember from the Bible, the widow's mite. That's what they're talking about. So 1 mite is 1/5760th of a pound, or about 16 cents. Well, that's all part of Christmas past. England moved to more of a metric system like we did a long time ago, so they don't do that anymore. And even though I'm as nostalgic as the next guy, I am glad. Thank you for listening. This story comes out of my syndicated radio show, A Prairie Christmas, a holiday gift from all of us at I Like That Story. ILikeThatStory.net is where you can find out more about the places I speak, the books I write, podcasts, blogs, CDs of some of your favorite Christmas stories, and more. Look us up on ILikeThatStory.net. And until next time, with music from Dan Schwartz, I'm Jeff Gould. Merry Christmas.